Hi guys, welcome back to the Enemy Malta universe. Today we review Chainsaw Man episode number 3. Um, Picking off from last episode, we had Power smash in a demon's head. Then we've got a scene with Makima basically giving Power, Power and Denji a lecture about how they actually need to be responsible about the power use, as well as killing these demons, speaking to how power is a bit, a loose cannon, which I tend to agree with. And then, Denji and Power start to go back and forth. And then one of the interesting things that Power says is that, she doesn't basically lie. That is beneath, demons, right? Funny because this is something that she actually goes to contradict as the episode progresses. Um, Nonetheless, we move past and we get, this awesome scene where we've got Powers essentially telling Denji how she basically lost her cat to a demon, that, when she tries to basically take on the demon, the minute she sees that cat, she just loses all the ability or the will to fight back, right? And then she makes a deal with Denji to say, I'll let you fondle my titties, right? And then, yo, dog, I've never seen a man get so motivated in my life, right? It just again speaks to how it's tough for my boy. My boy is thirsty, right? And then we cut back to this scene where Makima's reporting back to this agency, okay, this authority that governs the devil slayers, if I was to say so. And then, these guys were basically saying that you need to get your dogs in line. Of course, we always have these institutions comprised of a couple of old men, but yeah, something is off with Makima, man. I don't know. Even the way like they like to put emphasis in her eyes, I think she's crazy or something. Quite interesting, but yeah, she reports and says, no, nothing to worry about. I've got this under control. And then we've got this other scene now where Makima is basically in the car with Denji's partner, and they were explaining, they were essentially explaining, the role of, or discussing the role of, the Power and Denji, and then Makima starts to go on a whole rant about, if there was a coffee devil, it wouldn't be that harmful, but if there's a car devil, it would definitely be dangerous. And then she speaks to say Denji is essentially a chainsaw devil, so I don't know if it means that the real life application of a devil, so let's say you were to have a gun devil or something like that, that type of devil would be lethal because a gun is lethal. I don't know, guys. That went over my head. If you maybe better understand what she was talking about, maybe you can explain it for me in the comment section. Thank you. And then we get obviously we've got Powers and Denji going to confront that particular demon, and then Powers mixes the words, and then Denji picks it up that, what, I think I'm being lured into a trap here. And then just before he can react, Powers takes her out, right? When my boy Denji wakes up, we've got a scary as demon. I'm not gonna lie, the design of that bad demon was quite good. The voice work, quite despicable, quite terrifying, you know. But nonetheless, that devil goes back on its word and it eats Kitty. Then Powers just loses her will to fight, essentially saying that she reflected back to say that now she understands how Denji feels after losing his dog, essentially, his pet dog. Now she understands that dread and she wouldn't wish that on anybody, which goes back to another scene I actually skipped, which was where, Denji is in a train with with Power as they're going to the demon, and he says to her, "I'll never get along with this chick." To me, it's not true. I think Powers and Denji actually have a lot in common. Number one, both of them are sort of like devils and human at the same time. Number two, both of them had a pet, right? One had a dog like pet, and the other one had a cat like devil, which goes to speak to, sort of like the opposite nature of both of them. But yeah, obviously that vampire demon ingests Power. Oh man, but my boy was like, dog, no way. No way. I've got to fondle my titties. I need to make good on my promise, So obviously that demon starts it first ingested Denji, talking about how his blood is disgusting. And then, Denji got out of that vampire, started tearing that boy up. Started tearing up that vampire. Why am I calling it a vampire? That bat, that devil bat, right? And then we get a whole brilliant action scene from the sky. My boy Denji obviously fighting as hard as he can. I think the nice thing also to see with Denji's power is that he's not just, able to just cut through almost anything, but also that he's got like super strength. I think that's gonna work in his favor. And then yeah, one cool scene that we get is where that bat displays like some sonic powers. Its mouth changed that it was able to emit like a sonic blast. Hit Denji, my boy Denji bounced right back, cut that dude into pieces. So yeah, another great episode. Loving Chainsaw Man. The only question that I have now is, with Powers, I wonder what type of demon she is, because with Denji, I know that he fused with his pet dog, right? But with with Powers, I don't know if she was ever human before, but she doesn't strike me that. But like the devil side of her seems to be more apparent. It's like she's the devil first, and then the human part is second nature. Whereas with Denji, it's the other way around. He's more human, then the devil side is more second nature. But yeah, if you guys know, obviously don't spoil, okay, if you know the manga, because I know you manga guys are way ahead of us. Just explain maybe that question, the answer to that question I had. And then, yeah, anything you agree with, anything you disagree with, please leave a comment in the comment section. Leave a like. And if you like my content, please subscribe. Check you guys next time.